How you
Why
doing?
would you want
That
to?
has to be popped
Still
out,
get
you know, when
taxed
you're
to
close
death.
to being
Can you
finished.
pump that out?
You want me to do it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever it's done.
Talk.
Okay,
Tank thing.
again, this is thing I've had this for 4 months, and I'm almost done. I got to do some little oil leakage stuff, and I got to weather this.
What is it?
The VT34. It's a recovery.
Well, it's a what if or
a what?
could have been. Should have been.
It's a recovery T34
Right.
Syrian.
Okay.
So,
It's how
and then
anybody with any brains
this
would have
guy-
built an RTV or a
this guy
VTR.
right here, no matter how good he is at scratch building, always does blonde moments. So I'm putting the track
Blonde
together.
moments?
I'm putting the track together last night, and one side's perfect, which is this. Well, this side I was like, well, it's kind of loose, but it looks good. And then I go to the next side, and the two parts that come together in the track are exactly the same. So I actually had to cut the part out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I had to cut it out and then put it together, and it was this side, which this side looks absolutely perfect. But they look good. You can't tell. But I'm almost done.
So I did it on that one because when I took it apart, it would not separate. So I had to clip off pieces.
Yeah.
And I made sure I leveled them out.
Yeah, so
you might have the same problem.
Then the only thing I got to do, I got to go back over and dry brush because I didn't like the way the bolts looked, so I added more.
They'll look kind of black.
Yeah, so I'm going to dry brush Naples yellow, so it has that depth.
Yeah.
So I just didn't like it, and then I was using pastels, and I didn't want a ton of pastels on it, but I just wanted to get in all the crevices.
Not
So-
to interrupt, but I just realized something. Are T-34 supposed to have this distinctive gap between the
Yes.
second? I wasn't sure until I just saw both of them.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Russian vehicles are all like that.
Well, I know on the
T55s.
T-55, but it's on the after the first road wheel.
Yeah,
The first
so,
to the second.
Like, they're all weird.
That's why I said, because this has that resin interior. I'm sitting there going, yeah, but it was all original parts. Why is it? Because I was noticing it before I gave it to you, and I didn't have this to. Because on the one I took the photos of, the gray one, captured by the Germans, you don't notice it as much.
It's there. Well, sometimes you got to look closely because sometimes they put Panther wheels on there, and then that changes things too. So I want to do one with Panther wheel. I think that's cool. This is his. What is it called? Egyptian, right?
T-34 D30 Syrian. The
Syrian?
Egyptian had the casemate.
Okay, so it painted to my colors. I keep sending him pictures, and nothing's together on it because it's me and I don't want to blow it apart. But it's turning out to be a lot of fun. I did the base coat of washes and then a little bit of buff dry brushing just to bring out some of the stuff for dust before I get going crazy on it. This is Tamiya's M51 with Legends resin stuff. As you can tell, there's giant gaps of black. That's because it fell off the table and exploded on the ground. And the funny thing is, the only thing that shot off it was resin. It landed, the turret ricocheted off, went through the kitchen, right, because all the weight. And the 50 cal, nothing plastic or fragile broke
I got a
off
great
of
shot
it
of your
except for
hand
the
now.
resin parts. But in the process of doing that, the piece that goes here, I have a bunch of ammo boxes, and all the ammo boxes shot off. Only recovered.
You want to
one
turn
of
a
them.
certain way, Larry?
Yeah, I'll get to it here in a minute.
But yeah, so it's. But I used on this one. These are all Tamiya paints, and this is I used a base of Vallejo, the Vallejo
Tell you what, Mark, it looks
Israeli-
nice and smooth in the picture.
pre-73 color, and then I
don't
took
actually
Tamiya
work for a
buff
living.
and white, and I kept lighting it up just because I wanted to.
I want to make sure I get pictures. I won't see him again for another 4 months.
You're at perfect knee level, buddy. But yeah, so
Your phone does good.
it's
I'm living in the vein
I'm gonna
hope that I'll see that.
things off.
Seafury
Everything's gonna be
someday.
different colors on it by the time I'm finished with it. It's not gonna be all like monotone.
I'm living in the vein hope that we'll that Sea Fury someday in those packs.
It's tank. You could drop it again. I'll probably lose a 50 somewhere in here. So. Did you just fart? Who farted? That was a wobbly one. Came out sideways.
Did you make the searchlight light?
Yeah,
There was a
So it
barking
doesn't come in the
spider,
kit. I
I
can
swear.
remember.
it does. I just
Really?
lost it. I lost it.
That's fine.
And then the part, the searchlight,
The covered one I gave you?
it fits perfectly on there.
Cool.
I'm about ready to cry because it was
Cool.
like literally perfect. And that's
Cool.
painted at home too. I didn't glue that on yet. So
What? You didn't use photo etch for the headlight guards?
no,
Oh my gosh.
I'm not into that stuff. That's this freaking killer stuff. Killer level.
It's so funny when you see things posted on Missing Links or anywhere else. Guy's got a beautiful M51 with the one bad comment. These casings in here may have held the charges, and then depending on how they had these set up, they may have held the casing and the shell itself. Don't know, got no pictures. For whatever reason, like I said, this is a problem in the Middle East wars. Israelis, very proud of their stuff, and there's
Yeah, but you host that with from an
Nothing will
A10,
happen.
and the thing blows up all over the place.
it wouldn't be an
You
A10.
host
You host
anything with an
anything with an
A10,
A10, it's gonna
blow up. Thank you.
Did you see that? You see that video of that Tow 2B
Simple
hitting a
theory.
272?
Airplane, target.
I don't care who moves it. When it
Mark,
breaks, he's
What
got
are
to
you
fix
doing?
it.
What are you doing?
Hey, Mark, if it was a French tank, fuselage would be appropriate, because that's just body in French.
And like I said, those are about right. I think they're a little short on the size, but I was not going to scratch build them.
So I've been kind of busy.